what agents are coming on month by month. We know who's making that commitment. It's easier for us to staff. And then after you're with us for some time, we actually develop a dedicated person that works specifically. And hopefully we're not having problems here.
Okay.
So are you still on with me?
Can you still hear me?
Yep, I can still hear you. Yep.
Okay. So the first 300 names are free.
Free, that's correct.
So that would be basically the first month.
Yep. And then once you go that first month, then you have to make a decision. And this is where we lose a lot of agents, because this is where you have to step up and make that commitment. Do I make a 6-month commitment? Do I make a 12-month commitment? Do I want list management? And so we offer kind of two pricings, one that's just pure telemarketing, one where we package in list management with it.
Okay. Is the contract on the website?
It is. If you go to pricing, you click on pricing, you can see an intro offer, a basic, and then a gold package. And then we do run some specials. We try to run a special like every other month is what we do. So I think it's for farmers, it's set up actually for February. So if you want to do an intro this month, get in, and then the special we run will be for February. You can catch that.
Okay. And
what I normally do is I let Sue handle, and Sue's on the phone here with me. Just call our toll-free number. You can purchase on the internet. If you want to do the intro offer, all you have to do is hit that Buy Now button. You can do the intro there. Otherwise, you can call our toll-free number. Sue's our office manager. She's been with me 13 of these 15 years. She'll set your file up, get everything started. We'll get your list criteria over to Diane. Diane will call you and get that all set up. And then it's scheduled, and then callers, scheduled the calls. We get the calls done. The leads are generated. They're emailed to you right away as soon as that shift is done. We recommend, and that's another thing I asked from you, Brock, we recommend you call those leads within 24 to 48 hours. Every agent has a little bit different technique. Some will send letters. So if that answers your question, Katie, call us.
Yes,
either by the now or use our toll-free number and just give us a call as soon as this conference call is done.
Great, thank you.
Yep. Brock, what do you do on the follow-up after you get the leads? Do you follow up right away? Do you call, letter? What do you do?
It depends on when the renewal is. I typically will just spend like 5 minutes calling and let them know, hey, I understand your renewal is coming up. Say it's January or maybe like July. Yep. I'll touch base with you a couple months beforehand, and then I have my staff shoot out just a quick letter to them with our card in it. To remind them, but to be honest,
call every lead though, right?
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone, yeah, and I'll tell you that's another problem with agents. They don't call those. Those leads sit on their desk and they cook, and you need to just make that quick call and that introduction call, and then get a letter or a card out to them. Right?
Why the hell would they do that?
Trust me.
God.
15 years, I've seen hundreds of agents do that. Hundreds.
What do we think the February special might be, or what's an example of a special?
Okay. What we do is if you look at our pricing, normally our basic package is $297, and the gold is $395. The gold actually includes a lead guarantee. We're going to guarantee you 9 leads. There's some agents that want a guarantee with it, and so we say we'll give you a guarantee. It's the $395 plan. If you're okay with building without the guarantee, because in many cases you'll get more than that, a caller normally gets 4 to 6 leads in a 3-hour period. So in 3 sessions, you're going to get probably 15 to 18 leads. So we discount that basic on our special to $267, and then for additional $50, we'll do the list management. So you can contract for $317. But that does not include the lead guarantee with that. The other thing with, go ahead.
Dean, your emphasis has been on commercial.
Definitely, yes.
Have you abandoned auto home life?
Pretty much, yep, because it's very, very difficult in the evenings. You got the do not call law. Unless we're doing cross-selling for you, then that's not a problem. If we do cross-selling, then that's, if you want to contact all your people that have auto, no home, home, no auto, auto, no life, then that's a good one to call. But commercial, pretty much the last 8 years we've been really focused on that. Because if you use the Main Street marketing, this milk system, which the webinar is at 1 o'clock. That system will teach you to get into the business and then cross-sell to the employees. And that's where we're becoming more effective. The other thing with that, with the Main Street pricing, which they'll discuss at 1 o'clock, that package is a one-session system per month, and then you get so many CDs with that. And that price is $250, but then you can add that. So your ultimate, but you're only getting one session a month with that. So there again, what we recommend is either do the intro offer or do the one session a month with Main Street Marketing, get your feet wet with it, and then you need to decide if you want where you want to go from there. I mean, Rob Gibson has bought up to 20 sessions a month. He'll bounce from 5 to 20, all based on what, how he can staff it accordingly and just handle the business.
What do you mean he buys 20 sessions a month?
Well, he's been with us for 7 years, so he's there are times when maybe like when Farmers came out with the hotel program, he'd ramp up the calling. So he's contracted for say 5 sessions a month, but if Farmers comes out with something special in a particular SIC code and you really want to get the market on that and get the lead on it, he'll ramp up those sessions.
Okay.
So we'll gladly do that for you. Whatever.
So instead of the three 3-hour sessions, he's doing more.
He's doing more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what he does, because he has all these X dates built up, he actually sends the X dates back to us, and then we set up the appointments for him. And that's what Brock said. He's at that 3-year mark now where he just, he's getting 60, 70, 80 leads to follow up every month. It's just really hard for him to now set those appointments and prepare for them and run out and see them and all the quoting that, he was talking about, thinking about us having us come back and literally set those appointments up.
Okay.
It's a real relationship management. I mean, it's that whole getting past the gatekeeper, getting to the person that handles the business insurance, making sure they want to quote, you following up on that lead, you sending them a business card or a card, making sure you're calling them 60 days prior to that renewal. You're verifying the information too. A caller could maybe get that wrong just because of human error. Maybe they said July, maybe it's June. But it's just a good excuse for you to call them back and say, my assistant Steph spoke to you. It looks like you're insured with so-and-so. You're going to renew in July, and just want to verify that information. Just want to see if I can send you out a business card and let you know that I'll call you 60 days prior to that renewal. So you're just kind of building that relationship, and you're confirming that all the information that we got is accurate.
Plus, they know the call's not bogus, too. I've heard that.
Yes.
They thank me for calling because, I did talk to somebody, but I didn't know if they were legit. So it does help.
Yeah, is that you, Greg, or who's that?
Yeah, that's Greg.
Yeah, yep. And to be honest with you, we've had agents that have used us that were 30-plus agents, and they're gun-shy. They get these leads that come in from us, and they're gun-shy. We've had them come right out and say, I have a hard time picking up that phone. They get scared. And, that's why by calling them right away, you're not selling them anything. All you're doing is saying hi. You're building that relationship, and you're saying yes. You're building that making sure that's legitimate, and building that relationship.
You guys have a list of those agents that are gun shy. Give me their numbers. I'll call them off.
Yeah.
I'll take the leads.
Why are you in the business?
In fact, let me see if I can even.
I have a question for Brock.
Yeah.
Brock, as you've gained a success over this last year and a half to 3 years, and the intention is to obviously quote and present. What has this volume and time management meant to you as far as beefing up staff?
It really hasn't been too bad. I mean, I look at having to add staff as a good problem, and I'm finally at the point right now where I'm having to add staff. But I was able to pretty much run it by myself the last 2.5, 3 years or so. But now I'm definitely at the point where I need to get someone in. But I look at that as great. That's going to free up even more of my time to do even more, and I expect my numbers to be even higher.